Actually, you know what? We're live now, so YouTube will catch up. There's that.
All right.
I think
it's me. I got to get it. There we go. I got to mute it. There we go.
Actually, you know what?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going without the mic, Johnny. Am I still okay?
Yeah. You good?
I say ladies and gentlemen. There are never any ladies in here, or very, very rarely.
Well, that's debatable.
Welcome back, guys. Beard Therapy on its usual time. You got a little bonus last night. That was kind of fun. Didn't expect that to happen, but hey, we'll roll with it. We'll take it. Only one guest tonight, and that is the gentleman below me. This is Matt from Bay Area Beards.
How's it going?
Thanks for coming on tonight, Matt. Matt, if any of you guys follow me, I did an unboxing, a flash review of some of Matt's stuff right around the November, December time of year. And that's how I found out about him. I actually found out about him through Bearded Guy KC Mo, because he posted a picture of the packaging of biblical stuff. And I was like, whoa, the packaging got me to buy it. And, I dove into the product, and good stuff, man. Good stuff. So glad to have you aboard.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, but you're the first.
And one of our regulars actually lives pretty close to Matt in Bearded Joey Hookham. Matt, you're out of near Tampa, Florida, correct?
I am. I'm roughly about 30 minutes north of Tampa, Florida, in a small suburb called Land O' Lakes. It's also near Carrollwood, Lutz, Wesley Chapel. They all kind of weave in and out. So it's kind of like a collection of suburbs. I know that's where he lives too. I think he might live in Lutz. But it's right around the same area.
I've never been on that side of the state. I've only been on the ocean side of the state, not the Gulf side of the state. I've always wanted to go to Tampa, though.
Not as many waves, not as many sharks.
That's good.
Just as good a weather, though.
Yeah.
You get the Gulf of Mexico, not what I'm guessing is the Atlantic Ocean. I don't get my oceans mixed up here, but yeah.
So now, for those of you who don't know biblical, Matt has. When did you start? The fall of this year?
It was fall of
last year, actually.
Yeah, last year. I just started putting things together and came up with a few ideas, and it all kind of really snowballed. I didn't expect it to move this fast, but everything's going really good.
So what made you take the leap from, hey, this might be cool, to actually deciding to start the business, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I don't want to be start off as a downer to start the show, but my father died in April of last year, and I've always been a little hesitant. Always been the real creative type, but never the businessman. So after his passing, I kind of really eliminated all the fear from my life and wanted to pursue a purpose.
Right on.
Wanted to do something that I could give back a little bit, not just wear. So that's why I came up with this, and so far I've got a better reaction than I ever could have expected.
Now, I'm personally sorry to hear about your dad, but I love that you decided to. I like that you did away with your fears. I think that's way cool, man. My wife and I always tell our kids, you don't know what tomorrow holds, so live each life, carpe diem kind of stuff. And I wish I could do away with my fears. I haven't gotten to that level yet.
Yeah.
But the thing I really dig about biblical, first and foremost, is that packaging. Can we have a look at the container that the oils come in, and then the oils themselves?
So I wanted to do something a little different. I know the beard oil market is pretty big, and so I wanted to do something. I wanted to stay in my own lane, but also do something no one else was doing. So I went ahead and I place all of the actual bottles themselves it's like a cosmetic tube itself. So instead of having a box that you open and discard, you actually have almost a carrying case.
That's cool.
For my beard oil, or if you don't like it, one of your favorite beard oils.
Tip that on its side too, so we can see that font in all its glory, because that's a lovely typeface. Look at that right there. It's beautiful. Nice. I mean, it's just such a gorgeous design. And then, of course, you add, it's already a gorgeous design. It's a case. It's all this stuff. And then that extra little touch of that damn wax seal, man. Yeah, look at the bottom there. I mean, there's no stone unturned here, right? And the wax, go ahead.
No, I agree. I tried to do something a little extra, give the consumers at least another reason to buy, because you and I know all the beard oils are all amazing. They all use amazing products, but I think I try to go a step above with the packaging, at least to grab the eye.
Yeah, and man does it. Now go ahead and that even carries over to the oil bottles. Could you show them a bottle of oil? Now, guys, notice this topper. It's the same gorgeous label, all right? Same gorgeous label. On the back, there should be – now, this was Matt was saying that this was an error of his. I don't know that got the wax seal. Did it get the wax on this one, Matt?
This one did not. No, this was just one that – get my sides mixed up. I'm new here. So this is one I didn't do the wax seal on. This is one I just made for myself as a test.
Okay, so you get a little smaller daub of wax that's color-coded. The color of the wax translates to the scent. And then you see there that wooden topper, or at least the base of the topper is wooden. You said that was bamboo?
Yeah, so these are frosted amber bottles instead of just the typical, like, regular amber glass bottle.
I see it.
Yeah, and then I do use a bamboo topper, so instead of getting like a plastic, I went with the bamboo. So again, it's almost like something that you don't want to throw away, hopefully. But yeah, it's a nice little wood top.
It pops off of the shelf, and the bamboo, that lighter wood, matches really nicely with that kind of creamy color of the labels. And at least in the 2 cents I got, there was an orange wax and a red wax. The red obviously went really nice with the biblical lettering is in red. It's just so dang incredible to look at. But then you got to crack open the bottle and see what you have. And I tried 2 of Matt's scents, and he sent me a tester for something he was working on. He has since then released 2 or 3 scents that I saw, Matt.
Oh boy. I think I've gone a little crazy. I think since I think I've released maybe 3 or 4 more. I know I have a Moroccan mint and key lime. I released,
you did a blueberry lemon or something like that?
I did a blueberry slushy, lemon drops, bourbon. Seems to be a little popular.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've ended up going the way with the food sense. So that's, you find a lane and that you get popular with, and you kind of go with it.
Which totally is not my game. I only started finding out this fall how certain food scents I really, really dig. And now I can't ever remember the name. I always call it the breakfast scent. What is the name of that scent now?
So the idea was to try and make it to be like a cinnamon toast crunch, like a cinnamon crunch cereal-esque. I went ahead and named it Charoset, which is it's a biblical concoction that the Hebrews actually, or Israelites, will eat during Passover. And it's to complement the bitter herbs that are also eaten during that time. And it could be mixed with different things, but typically cinnamon, sugar, toasted oats, or grains.
Yeah.
So that's, again, it seems to be just a cinnamon toast crunch. If I can explain the scent profile. So
I like it. I think there's more there than just cinnamon toast crunch. There's definitely some more depth there to that scent.
If I ask you a question, hypothetically, where would it have fallen in your top 25 had it made the mark?
If it had, I think it would have easily snuggled into the top 10.
All right. I'll take that official, unofficial ranking.
Yeah. And it's one of those things, I think, Matt, I don't know that everyone would react that way to it, but it was the combination of A, the originality of the scent, and B, the fact that I was so blown away what I was smelling, I was so enjoying, because my preconceived notion was that I wasn't going to enjoy it that much. I would maybe find it okay at best, and it just rushed over me and said, no, you're going to need to wear this, and you're going to need to like this. So that's what was all part of that reaction, you know. And it was lovely too, because then I could say, okay, now we have product, at least aroma wise, because I hadn't worn it by the, you know, at that point, that matches the packaging. And so it was like a Lex Luger, baby. It was the full package. It was everything right there.
Yes.
And then the other one I got was that samsara and sandalwood, right?
Yeah, the Satsuma is it's a Japanese tangerine, and then also with an Asian sandalwood. It's not as beachy or woodsy as the typical sandalwood, so you get a little bit more spice. It's a little more fragrant, not as beachy. Those two seem to go really well together. That's another popular one. I think as bad as my initial sense were with some oud or I know Tyson did end up liking the Satsuma and Asian sandalwood, and he's not a fan of sandalwood. So
yes, that's true.
Hoping to change a couple of people's minds on some scents.
Well, you already have with me and Tyson, so yeah, we got to take some more. Now, here's a question, because I was very intrigued. Now, here's what I've noticed being an Instagram, the beer community. Here are repeated themes for me. I see lots of tattoos. Okay, I see lots of the bearded guys have tattoos. And I see a few other themes. And another theme I'll often see, whether it's through the members who have let it be known or through posts, is a strong vein of religion. Now, you named your brand Biblical. You're naming a couple of your scents. You're making that strong tie back to your posts have been quotations. Were you ever worried that by taking that strong a forward approach, like saying, hey, this is me, deal with it, would scare customers away? Or did you think you would be embraced and everything would be cool with that?
I did get that from a few friends that I knocked around the ideas for names to. Not to knock on anybody's name, but there's a lot of skulls. There's a lot of cavemen, Viking, biker type themes, which are really bold, really manly. I love them. But I didn't want to go down that road just because I would have kind of faded into the group. And even when I started, a couple people said, find your lane and go with it. You don't be white noise is what I was told. And so I went with the biblical name because it's a passion. And it's a little bit of an ode to my father, because he was the one that instilled that in me. And the roots go pretty deep, and it's something that I can stand behind. So I'm trying to do my best. I don't want to get too political or too religious, but definitely here for anyone that has any questions. And I'm trying to at least educate a few people that would like to know.
I mean, Tyson is the same way. He doesn't try and get political or religious either, but he's very much, I'm faithfully bearded. This is who I am, like it or hate it. And he has garnered quite a following. So that's why I was like, this is very interesting that a company, which, you could see a reviewer doing it because that's a more personal thing. But when a company does it, I think it's a little bit, it maybe go back to your idea of getting rid of all your fears. It's a bolder step, because you're obviously going to have an audience, but you could perhaps alienate an audience. And I just dig the idea that you're like, yes, let's go this route, and connecting it with the names of your scents and that symbolism. I love all of that, and the posts with the quotes. You're just steeped in it, and I think that's cool.
I really appreciate that too. I think I've gotten some questions as to why, but I haven't really heard a lot of people that don't like it. And there might be people that click on the page and go, no, thank you. And that's fine. But that was kind of the risk that I took. But I think that I've also and for lack of a better term, cornered a market of people that do believe, that people that do have a relationship with God, that I think that will flock, also no pun intended, to the brand. And it's not really something that a lot of people do. So it's individual, which I like. But I just would like to share that, I do have a relationship with God, and that would be anybody that wants to know or wants to also have one.
So, tonally, and this is kind of interesting because I am not a believer, but I'm very much a person who says, you do your thing, I do my thing, let's all get along. I like the tonal balance you've struck because the brand hasn't come off at all as like preachy or in your face. It's just like, this is, to me, it's like, this is my thing. And that's why I really admire and dig it, because you can strike that balance of saying, here's a belief of mine, and I'm going to incorporate it into my business without, making you overtly feel uncomfortable if you don't share the same beliefs I do.
Of course. And if I can give a shout out to Dave, that beard guy, Kansas City, he actually, he was my first customer.
Yeah.
And the idea that he's actually Jewish and me being Christian, and there's a whole lot of biblical prophecy on that. But the fact that him being my first customer and then you essentially being the second is really almost like kind of too good to be true, like too much to be a coincidence that I don't have any regrets, success or failure of what's happening so far. And I'm just having the most fun.
Good. That's awesome, because it's reflected in your product and everything else. Real quick before we kind of transition to something else, go ahead and show those awesome butter containers. Matt just started producing a butter, and he's got a lovely container. The packaging is still on point for his butter.
So like keeping with the theme, I did a frosted glass jar. I didn't go with plastic. And then I still went with the bamboo top as well, if the light doesn't hit this wrong.
There you go. That's good.
So
yeah. That's good.
So that's the beard butter. They are 3.5 ounces instead of 4. It was either 3.5 or 5 in these. So
for all of the guys out there, you see it's more of a squatter kind of flatter as opposed to the rounder, deeper. And he's still got the bamboo top on it. Same labeling. So I really, really dig that. Yeah, go ahead and pop that open. We'll see if the light can catch it. You said it was a whipped butter?
It is. It is a whipped butter. Oh, let's get that.
Yeah, tilt it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good. Anyway, there's stuff in there, I think.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, there you go. That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a whipped butter. Just thought it's a little creamier, I think, than your typical butters, but that was just a preference. I think both work great.
Are you wearing a T-shirt of your wax seal?
I am. I had some T-shirts made, so if I could,
dude, you got to get those up on the website, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah, can me and Adam compete for the gun show real quick, or can he come back on? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure you show that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes and I bet he goes like this.
Yeah, that's showing off the tattoos and I had a couple of T-shirts made just to wear. If people want them, I can have them made. I would like to be able to produce them that are cost effective. I don't think too many people want to pay $25, $30, $35 for a T-shirt, but that's what I paid to have them made. So,
yeah,
but
that's one thing with those T-shirt services. Like, you design the shirt and everything like that, but then when you go to sell it, I think it's like almost $30 a shirt. That's like ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, they're great. I love the quality. I mean, you can buy a T-shirt for $10 or a little less, and then you can have it screen printed or digitally printed that costs about $15 a piece just to do that. So you're spending 25. So, I'm not going to sell t-shirts for $30, but if anybody wants one, I could have them made, and for a cost, and then, they want one.
I was thinking of doing that. I was thinking of putting a shirt together and, putting it up for merch and all that stuff. But then I saw it and I was like, I don't want to charge people all this money for a shirt. And so I found actually down this road from me, I have a local printer. They print on t-shirts and sweaters and, all that stuff. So I was like, I'm going to check him out, see what his rates are and stuff like that. So hopefully it's a little cheaper.
I know if you had the time, you could probably, again, investing a certain amount of t-shirts to make them cost effective, even if you wanted to do them yourself. But, you could buy your own press, but that's a whole nother thing.
I'm not going to start a t-shirt business.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Now, Johnny, I see you've been commenting in the chat. Good. I haven't peeked at it yet. One more question for you, Matt. How has it been with you being relatively new and reviewers begging for product? And I use the term begging as the verb I choose to use.
Oh yeah, have you come across that where people are begging you for free products?
Not begging. And I'm new for sure. I know you mentioned that. I'm just excited to have people try my stuff, and to really just kind of get my name and my sense out there. Because I thought that, once people tried them, and for the most part, a lot of the people that have ordered again. And once they try a scent, they want to try a different scent because that scent was so good. But being new and investing so much just to start, it is difficult to get everybody something right up front.
That shouldn't be an expectation, Matt. That shouldn't be an expectation.
A lot of the beer reviewers have paid for the products. So, I know that Dave, James, Metal Chef, good friend, by the way, James, what's up if you're working? They've all, there have been a couple I've sent a couple things to, and it's not a big deal. I'm happy to do it. It's just that, also sending everybody something right up front, there's 10 reviews all going up at the same time.
Right.
So I don't want to take away from their review of my product as well as my product in their review. But I'm happy to do it. It's just being new and all.
Well, that's nice of you. It just can get way out of hand.
Yeah. Just like I want to get my name out there and make money. A lot of people have their own channels, and that's their livelihood, and they want to get their name out there, so they need something to review. I get it, and I try and take care of them as much as I can, and because everyone's taking care of me. Everyone has been so nice, and so helpful that I want to try and give back.
Yeah. That's nice. Joey Hookham just hopped in. He said, this is a story I've been hearing for a little while, Joey Hookham, just so you know. All right, I'm going to pass this on, but I've been hearing this tall tale. And from a fisherman, I know you're coming up with tall tales. All right. But he said, I will give you his exact quote, Matt. He said, Joe, tell Matt I still need to meet up with him soon. Now, Joey, I know you're a religious man as well, so I'm going to hit you with a little of your own medicine, my friend. The road to hell is paved in good intentions, or whatever the heck it goes with. You need to meet the man, not just keep saying you're going to meet the man.
Yeah. Was it to be the man, you got to meet the man? Is that what Ric Flair said?
You got to beat the man.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll use that for Joey.
All right, guys. So there's our background on Matt, on Bay Area Beards Company, on the biblical line. He still hasn't got the website up, but like he said, DM him. I know that's how I bought my stuff. I saw Ryan Crozier in here. That's how he bought it. I know that's how Casey Mo bought it. So all these guys, and it came quickly. Customer service was great. No issues. You've seen the product packaging. You have heard some testimonials in our very chat tonight. good stuff. If you look at his line and you see some stuff, you're like, hey, I want to try that. And the bottles, and I haven't thrown the canisters away. The canisters are sitting empty on my beard shelf just because I love the canisters. They're just kind of like little mementos as well.
When you open the canisters, does the wax seal break off?
All right, shut up, because let me tell you something here.
No, does it break in half?
I swear you planted this fucking question, John.
What are you talking about?
Because
I've been thinking of it the whole time. The whole time you guys were talking, I've been thinking this. Man, I wonder if that wax seal breaks or does it stay intact?
Okay, so here's what happens. Idiot pops one open and says, blah, blah, blah. Then I try and cut one open, and that didn't work. And then I watch Bearded Metal Chef's review of it. He's like, oh, yeah, so you just do a little of this. And so he still has his damn wax. So the answer is, if you're not stupid like me, Johnny, yeah, you can figure it out and keep the wax seal.
I didn't know you broke yours. Oh, my God.
That would be the irony, too, is that his first message to me is, I just want to let you know, I broke your comb during the stress test. So he broke the comb, but couldn't open the wax seal. So it's like karma, like all right in the beginning.
You don't have to break the combs during a stress test. You know, you can as you bend them, you can kind of feel like, oh shit, this is gonna snap if I put any more force into this.
I don't know about you, Johnny Gleason. You're tactile. What do you have? Like a gecko or something?
Yeah, think about and I think about it, and I'm like, oh shit, if I keep going, this is gonna snap. So the only combs that I snap are the ones that like are awful, like they're just god awful, like the teeth are jagged, or they got a covering on the wood, like a paint, and there's like little bits of paint that are snagging hairs. If it's snagging and pulling hair, I'm breaking that shit. I don't care, because every comb's gonna break. Every comb has a except for that. What's it? Ginger Beard's got the ones that's like that thick. That's not gonna break. I mean, unless you've got a fucking hammer and chisel. But any other comb's gonna break, no matter who makes it. I can snap.
No, wrong. There are certain wood durabilities that are stronger. The Viking Revolution comb, I gave it as much as I can, and it doesn't even flex. It's just a wood kind of thing. It's not like I'm the freaking Hulk over here, all right?
All right, wait.
But I'm not muscular. I mean, Matt.
What's this comb? I'm going to buy it just to break it.
No, he sends him order something and you'll get the comb.
What's the name of the company again?
Bay Area Beards.
Bay Area Beards.
Doesn't have a website. Oh, wait. Are
you're talking about the comb that doesn't break. I want to break it.
That's the one in the Amazon starter kit, Viking Revolution.
Okay. Oh, I'm definitely going to break that shit then.
All right, go get it and break it live. Let's see if Johnny Grooms can break it.
Let me see if I can get that same day delivery. Sometimes Amazon does the same. No.
I thought you had that kit, dude. You don't have that kit?
Which one?
The Viking Revolution.
No, the Viking Revolution. No, I have the Grow a Beards kit.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my very first kit from Amazon. And I still use that brush to this day.
I use the Viking Revolution brush and comb. It was the best thing about the kit.
I really want to see if that breaks now.
Yeah. Has anyone in the chat also bought the Viking Revolution starter kit with the balm, the oil, the scissors, the comb, and the brush? And next week on Beard Therapy, Johnny breaks the comb. Only he won't, unless he cheats and like saws into it a little bit.
No, I'm going to break that shit. I will break it.
You will not. You know what? You'll be unboxing live here, and then you break that shit.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is hold up. I got to get it.
And I'll even go halves with you on it too. I'll Venmo you or whatever you $10 for the damn thing just to prove that you aren't going to break that shit.
Here we go. No, that's not it. Oh, I forgot to hit save. Oh, damn it! I forgot to. It's over. I can't do it now. The timing's all off. It won't be funny now.
Whoa, Dave! Whoa! Okay, so Dave, you just got the package. All right, the one from Amazon in the metal box. The one I got had balm, oil, scissors, boar's hair brush, and comb.
You got to get the upgraded one, man. You can't just get the regular old, Viking. You got to get the whole grooming kit. Or did you order the grooming kit and it didn't come in the box? Huh. Joe, I will break that comb so fast. I'm looking at it now.
I actually still, from the first ever beard oil that I bought, I think in 2016 was I think it was Caveman. I think I bought it off of eBay, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I still have that comb. That's the comb that I use. I haven't even used one of my combs yet. Don't tell anybody. I still have the Caveman Beard Company comb from 4 years ago. Still
Yeah,
holding.
I have my work comb. I've got so many combs now. I just have them like stationed in places I always am. The comb on my desk is the Viking Revolution comb. That's the only wood one, and the other two I have are Kent's.
You say you really tried to break this comb? Are you serious?
I gave it the same amount of exertion I have given any other comb. Now I haven't bought a lot. I bought Jay's Beard Essentials sent me a small one that was super thick. There's no way I was breaking that. I got that one, and I think maybe two others. And that was the only one that on the same amount of exertion just snapped. Maybe it was a weaker piece. I don't know. But the Viking Revolution will not break, dude. Guaranteed.
Should do a combs review of all the top combs and if they break or not. Maybe what the durability tests on them are.
No, you know what it like. There's certain comb that like a lot of my combs that I have I don't want to break because I don't. I won't have a comb then. I don't have an overabundance of combs. Unless everybody wants to send me a comb to break, I'll break them all. Yeah. But I gotta keep the few that I have. I know the Chicago comb ones. I don't know if I can. I probably could snap it, but I don't want to because that was expensive.
No, it's not even wood. I just do that with wood combs. By the way, Johnny, Zebra said he would laugh if you rip your pants before breaking the comb.
How would I break my pants?
I don't know. I have no clue, but he obviously sees the physics of that going on.
Probably try to break the comb. Yeah.
Has anyone else in here had a beard product fail? Johnny, of course, famously ordered from Lux and got an empty bottle, which was outstanding because Johnny did an unboxing of that video. Go look on Johnny's channel.
Yeah, that was
because he didn't do a review. He did the unboxing.
He did the unboxing, and it was empty. No, I think I started shooting the review.
Yes.
And then that's when I first opened it up, and I was like, "Oh, it's empty." It really was empty.
Lux took care of him. Apologized, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
What other beard fails are out there in the audience? By the way, Mr. Pizza Face, glad you made it back. Mr. Pizza Face is back, Johnny.
I did. I saw him. I said hi. I said hi to Pizza Face.
Nice, Pizza Face. Nice. That's the only fail that I can think of outside of once I got a butter and I opened it and I was like, yeesh. But it was given to me, so I didn't do anything but go, yeesh. It just did not look good. It was not in good shape when I got it.
Do you recommend – we have a question. Do you recommend oils for short beards? I have a short beard. I wear oil. I wore oil today. Yeah. Because what's the guy's name again? Spencer? His name is Spencer from Live Bearded. Is it Live Bearded? Yeah. Because beard oil is not for your beard. Wherever that ad goes, I can't stand that ad. I hate that ad. It's so much I hate that ad.
What I've been doing recently, Goof Fighter, just to try it out, is I've been applying butter first and then coming back with the beard oil after the butter. And I found that works really well, too, because then you've got the moisture under the beard oil before you put the beard oil in, because that usually, the beard oil just seals stuff off. I kind of like that as well. I don't have enough variety of butters as I do beard oil, so I can't do it all the time. But I just tried it for about a week, 8 days, and I really like the outcome of that.
Yeah. Just, put all the oil in a bowl. You just face in the bowl. And you slosh around for about a minute. You're good for the rest of the day. You'll never have to touch it again.
I remember one guy when I first joined and I was still learning everything. And he posted on Instagram or YouTube, one of the two, how people who buy oils are so stupid because he has a beard and has had it for years and he just uses olive oil.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that. Because they asked him, what do you use? And he was just like olive oil.
Oh.
And actually, what's his? Oh man, I forgot his name. I forgot the guy's name. Vic, no.
Yeah, Barden, I've had the slush. I ordered from Bad Dog last year in the winter. Same thing. It was coming from cold-ass Maine to cold-ass Pennsylvania, and it came in very slushy.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, you just let it sit for a little bit, and it'll warm back up.
You would be surprised how many guys that have beards like ours or bigger that you will ask, hey, what do you use? Or they'll ask you what you use because they don't use anything.
Yeah.
Even that's really common. And they still look great, but their beards, not the guys. But they're gonna but they're still looking for tips, but it's just you wouldn't believe that they've never explored using beard care products.
I think
at all.
Here's my take on this. Like in the Instagram community is small, but it's very knowledgeable because most beer reviewers are on Instagram. Most beer companies are on Instagram, and then you got guys who don't do either, but who are heavy consumers. Guys like Ryan and Joey Hookham and others. But I have guys who, when I started doing this beard stuff, who had beards, and they'd never heard of it. And I think there's this twin dragon of educating them that, hey, this stuff exists. That's number one. And then the other one is defeating the stereotype of that's girly or that's feminine. You just let your beard grow and it does whatever the hell, as opposed to like, I want to manage it. I want it to look freaking good at whatever length it is. And hey, if I want to smell good at the same time, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. I think both of those things are going on to some degree, Matt.
Yeah, I agree, but you find that men will ask you more questions than women do. And even the ones that really like them, I don't even think they know. But it's just another head of hair to take care of.
Right. And some of us don't have our heads of hair, so we give this all our love.
It just went like that, and that was it.
I'll put on a hat if you guys want. I apologize.
No,
I'm trying to show off, but yeah.
He does have a really nice head of hair. I mean, look at that. Look at that head of hair.
He does. He does. And we're talking about the hair, not the guy now, Matt. Just the hair.
Okay. All right. Thank you. The other thing is that, it's not the oils and the butters, but typically the longer beards take a blow dryer with a comb or brush or some sort of other beard tool. So it's like you do have two heads of hair to take care of. It's more of the primping than it is the conditioning itself.
Right. But man, I'll tell you, I notice when I go without, my wife gets migraines with scent. So I either have to wear unscented around her or not at all. And we've been working on this house that we're trying to get ready to sell. So my weekends, I've been busy doing that. And I have just gone like beard productless. And boy, do I see that difference, man. Boy, do I see that difference. Just a couple days without anything. And man, it's just like I just don't even like the way my face feels at that point.
I got not made fun of, but just kind of like a snarky little comment because today I was putting in some butter, and I was just spreading it around and getting it into my hands and my head and all that stuff, and I wasn't even paying attention to anybody else around me because I was working, and I was just it was just like second nature because my desk at work has 3 or 4 different companies worth of products and stuff like that because I'm always testing and smelling and so I just put it in and then I heard he's grooming again. I went like huh like and I didn't see who said it but I heard it and they must have said it and then ran because they know me by now.
Yeah.
What's funny is you were just talking about how they couldn't find you because they looked for your real last name, and yet they said you're grooming right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
I'm all up for. I used to be a little self-conscious, but now this year I apply comb brush in front of my students and don't care about it. And it. First couple times they see it, they're like, what the hell is he doing? And then it just becomes second nature and they don't have an issue with it. And they know I have a beard channel and do silly beard things. So.
And you get to use some of that beard oil in the diffuser too. So I'm sure they get to sample all the scents and the smells. And I bet that you let them have fun with it too.
Oh yeah, they love it, and it's interesting how many guys versus girls go up and who goes to do it, and then I've got my collab with Miner's Beard, which is my face. I've got that on the front of my desk, so they see that and they kind of, what's going on, So it's just another talking point with the kids too. But they do love the diffuser stuff.
I do have it's not an issue, but it's a thing. Like I work with a lot of like elderly women. They're in like their 40s, 50s, 60s, some are 80. Hold on here, I'm gonna cough. And they'll walk by me and they'll smell me, and then they walk into my office area and they smell that I just put product in, and well, you smell so nice. So like I've been keeping a tally of which oils get reactions from the elderly women at my job. I have a list. I have a list of 4 oils and their little tally marks. It's hysterical. I just like.
So tell us what are the old biddies that digging there?
Oh, it is the. Do I have it on me? It's one of the Kingdom Beard Company's cologne scent. I think it's the blue one. The blue one.
Okay.
No, not Kingdom, not Kingsman. Kingdom.
Oh,
Beard.
wait. Kingdom.
Yeah, Kingdom Beard Company. Yeah,
because
he's got cologne scents that are pretty strong. So, they walk in, they smell it, they're like, "Oh my goodness!" And like pulling up their garters.
Hey, John's keeping his options open.
Hey.
What's the scent profile on that one? I find that women tend to like more cologne.
Yeah, it's cool water cologne. That's all. It's cool water cologne in a beard oil. So
okay,
yeah, and yeah, just how this it is what it is. I've always been popular with the elderly women even before the beard care, especially when I was shaving. Like I told my wife, I said I have options. So like if you don't want to.
Johnny's a granny magnet.
I can, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can gilf it all. I'm kidding.
As a side note, to piggyback off of Johnny, I actually also for another plug for customer service, I do work for the United States Postal Service.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
So I handle every package that I make. Don't take that the wrong way. So I do with care. I make sure that everybody does get their package. I carry them with me, and I see it through.
Wow.
So yeah, who else does that? But yeah, older women tend to make the most comment. So I'm with you, Johnny.
Yeah. I like it because they're at the stage where they don't care. And
yeah, Pizza Face. He's deep state government. His postal job is actually just a cover for the real government work he does. And you don't want to know what's in the beard oil. Don't mention these things. We're going to do these reveals months down the line. All an elaborate scheme and plan. My grandfather was a postman, back when they called them mailmen, but he was a postal carrier. They always wanted me to get a job before I decided I wanted to go to college and do something. But that's funny because I have seen guys, like community members, post photos of their beard shipment that obviously something went awry from company to front door. And so that's usually got to come on the back of the USPS somewhere, whether it's the carrier or whether it was a machine or something like that. And of course, the mailman gets the brunt of it because he's the last one in the line of exchange, right?
Yeah, those packages go through a rigorous line of logistics. It sucks that the guy handing you your package is handing you something that's most likely broken. But yeah, that's another reason why I did the cosmetic tubes. I wanted to. Luckily, haven't had any breaks yet, so those tubes are pretty sturdy. So, and then you didn't get one of these. I'll make sure that you get one. But I do have the boxes.
I remember. Yeah.
So I think I got these probably about a few days after you got your package. So you didn't really get
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, you didn't get one, but it's another layer of protection. So
yes. Yeah, I can't imagine your stuff is breaking. At least not the oils with that, because that's a good durable cardboard. I mean, that's stiff.
It is.
I guess that helps also working at the Postal Service. You kind of know like what materials might be better than the average person.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of broken packages all the time, and you could tell who packed them right and who didn't. So
right.
It's good.
Yeah. I sent Johnny a bunch of product, and I had no packing material. So I just said, man, none of these shirts fit me. So I just jammed them full of T-shirts. I just said, Johnny, these are washed. These are clean. You can have them if you want, but this is what I'm going to need, because I figured then at least if it leaked too, it would only go on the shirt, not on the box or anything like that. You know? Oh.
I still wear those shirts.
Yeah, good for you. Bro.
I wear them. Fuck it. They work. You know, shirt's a shirt.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I say. All right. So got one in every video. Watch the background.
What?
Something of biblicals, I imagine.
Oh.
Is your post office old, crazy, and hectic? Mr. Pizza Face wants to know.
First on Dave's, yeah, Dave actually has one of the Bay Area Beard Company boxes in the background of every video. So he was one of the first ones to get one. So he's been repping that for a while. So thanks, Dave. And I work in the city of Tampa, so it's not too bad. It's around Raymond James Stadium. You have so Buccaneers area. No, it's pretty nice area to work in, and we don't really have that many issues. It's a larger district, but yeah, I probably wouldn't trade it for another area. I love it. It's not hectic at all. You got to get used to it, but yeah.
One of my favorite, and I own one. One of my favorite throwback jerseys is the pumpkin orange for the Bucks.
The old creamsicles. I think they might be revising those uniforms this year, as a matter of fact, too.
God, I love those. I miss those. Now, I haven't liked the most recent tweaks, but when they came with the red and the pewter and stuff, and they wore that for that decade before they started doing other things with them, I'm a big jersey geek, Matt. I liked that as well, and I love the Buccaneer ship, out there. Where did they used to play before Raymond James was built?
They used to call it just Tampa Stadium. I know Chris Berman used to call it the old sombrero, which is
that's what it was. Right.
Yeah, right. Which is right where Raymond James is now.
Okay. So did they tear the old one down and build Raymond James?
Yeah, I think they got Raymond James built before they actually tore down the sombrero.
Okay.
But I could be wrong on that. But yeah, they did shortly after, or right around that time.
A box. Okay, Kansas City. Yeah, he's Mike is saying he has a box in his shots, all of his shots.
I know. Speaking of shots, it looks like Tyson's taking a shot at the Bucks. He's riding that Chiefs train all the way. We'll let him. We don't have anything against the Chiefs.
I don't know. I'm thinking I would think, I don't know distances, but are the Chiefs really closer to South Dakota than maybe the Seahawks or Denver? But I will say, since I've known him, which has been over a year, he has supported the Chiefs. So even last year, he was a Chiefs fan. So he didn't just bandwagon jump this year because they were very good.
That's true.
Where he took the box and threw it on the porch is legit delivery.
Yeah, because I went to go visit my mom, and she's like, "Oh, we got the fish tank and this top that is, it's glass and it has a light in it. It's really nice." She's like, "Oh, it looks really nice." And I said, "Okay, great." I said, "I'll put it together for you. Where is the box?" She goes, "Oh, it's out back." I said, "Why is it out back?" She goes, "Well, because it came shattered." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I pick it up, and it's like it was shattered to a million pieces. So that's why I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a funny video and just show how it was delivered." And I tossed it. I just threw it. I'm pretty sure I told you.
You do though. You think of these. I say weird, but I mean that in a very complimentary sense. Yeah. You think of doing videos on this stuff that I really enjoy, and I go, how come when I'm in a similar kind of situation, the moment doesn't hit me to go, hey, maybe film this and post it? You always do that kind of
different eclectic kind of stuff, like with the bus and the pencil bag. That was such a great video. I always talk about it.
Yeah, you know? I haven't found another one since. As soon as I find another one, I'm gonna do another one. But they've been good. You know, I haven't driven a bus in like 4 weeks now. So,
well, really, that's good.
Oh yeah, because we got new people. So.
Well, remember last night, Johnny was the serial killer bus driver, so keep your Amber Alert notices open for.
It's just we have access to so much data.
Yeah,
and when parents, and kids like treat the bus driver like crap, it only takes one psychopath to just break that seal.
and Johnny definitely can have that look with certain faces. He's definitely I called it the serial killer look a few times. He can pass.
Oh yeah,
and that'd be a great name, right? That goes right up there with Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, Johnny Grooms. Quick, succinct, a little whimsical. You could have like razors as your weapons, dude, like a straight razor, and maybe a beard trimmer, like a heavy duty beard trimmer.
Yeah,
someone's thrown out with one of those.
It has to be one with a cord, a clipper. It's got to be a clipper with a cord.
Yes, it's all coming together. It is all coming. The barber / beard themed dude. Now forget the Johnny Depp thing. What was that called? The musical he was in that was the original theme of the
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd. Thank you. Now this is a new age Sweeney Todd, baby.
You take clippers and you just like jab it in someone's neck while it's on. You know how long it would take to kill somebody?
Drown them in the blue stuff from the barber shop. Oh man. Comb their eyes out with a good stiff Chicago comb, one of the metal ones. Oh, we could do this for days.
With the ring, with the little ring, put it right in the fist, right here, like that, and just.
That's right. They have the ring. They're like 1/3 or 1/4 of a brass knuckle.
God, that'd be interesting to film. If they did a movie with a killer runaway tire, like a car tire, and I think it was a racing car tire. And the tire, the whole movie is like, it's alive. The tire's alive. And it just continues to roll and run people over and smash people's heads and like do all this crazy, stuff. So I can totally make a like really low budget horror movie, I kill a psycho bus driver. Yeah. All right.
Was that a Trauma movie from your neck of the woods, Johnny?
What? No.
Trauma? The Toxic Avenger Company, they're a New Jersey company.
Oh no!
Was that Tire one a Trauma movie? Because they do that kind of stuff.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. I
remember as a kid, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and that was filmed in San Diego.
I can't write it really quickly. It's called Rubber.
Appropriate.
Came out in 2010.
That's new. I would have guessed mid 80s, but that's wow. All right.
Homicidal car tire. It discovers it has destructive powers and sets its sight on all spectators. That's funny.
All right, stop. How does it get sentience to even know that it has destructive powers?
Are we going to learn the origin story of the tire? Is that what we're going to do? It's
was it filled up with a radioactive pump or something?
Does Watch Mojo have an origin story on this tire?
Now I'm genuinely intrigued on how this tire got sentience.
All right, it's a tire that comes to life and kills people with its psychokinetic powers. And so let's see.
So it was probably in some kind of dump, and toxic material hit it. That was illegally dumped, because there's the message, right? You illegally dump the toxic material. It makes a tire come to life, and the tire becomes a killer. Don't litter, kids. Don't pollute. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
What size was this tire? So
race car
a race car tire.
It's a regular car tire, I think.
Okay.
Wow, it cost $500,000 to make this movie.
How much?
$500,000.
That's
nothing. I know.
Somebody sat in a room and pitched this movie, and then other people donated money to be like, "That's going to be a hit. Let's make it."
So it doesn't explain how the tire comes to life. The tire's name is Robert. It suddenly comes to life, and the first thing he learns how to do is stand upright. And then it starts to roll, and then he runs over a plastic water bottle, and he crushes it, and then he crushes a scorpion, and then he starts crushing like things, like bigger things that he can roll over and crush. So he discovers that he can do this, and then that's when he goes crazy. And
Joe,
so
there's your idea for an app.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a video game, like an old side scroller.
It's a game. Charge 99 cents. You'll make probably $500,000.
And then you could fund the sequel.
The movie.
there are videos where like tires do like, they come off of cars and they continue to roll down the highway, and have you ever seen those like rogue tire video, like rogue like spare tires are like super dangerous. My God.
Johnny, that's one of our videos tonight. You go find me some rogue tires right now. We're gonna be looking at rogue tires, ladies and gentlemen. Although there's no ladies out there.
I did find some mailman slamming packages and stuff like that just to go with the theme, and all that stuff. I was like, I type this up. He's a mailman. This is a good thing.
To make our guests feel right at home.
Hey, listen, UPS and FedEx have had their issues, but it's still called going postal, which is still blowing my mind. And we haven't done anything like that in a while. So
Fair enough.
So if a FedEx person does something, goes off the rails, what's it called? I think it's still called going postal. Doesn't make
Yeah.
It's not fair.
All right, so where did that going postal come from? Did a mailman one day just really did go crazy and shoot up a place, or
his own post office? Yeah, it was
that was real.
Midwest, I believe, Oklahoma, Kansas.
Oh wow! I thought I don't know where I never really like looked into where that came from until like.
It was in the 80s. A guy just got fed up, took his I think he had a semi-automatic rifle, went in and just killed a bunch of his fellow employees, like 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. And then it happened 1 or 2 more times where there were post office incidents in a tight span of time, and that's where you get it. And then there haven't been any since.
Yeah, I think it happened a couple of times, which made it an issue. I think so in the 80s, and then it might have happened in the early to mid 90s. I know they had to do with somebody being laid off or skipped over for
a
he or she came into his own station and decided to take revenge. So, but that was the last time it had anything like that.
Oh God, I'm sorry, my throat's like killing me.
I don't know what it is, but I love now. See, my town, and it literally is a town. It's barely more than a village. It's got like 2,500 people in it, and it was founded in the late 19th century. And it's got a post office that was probably built in the early 20th century. So it's a lot of wood and brass. So it's got a lot of these old classical, like it looks like an old school post office. So I love the feel of it because it feels old. It's not modern with modern amenities and stuff. It just has this classic early 20th century feel to it.
There's history involved.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and the craftsmanship of the wood people. Johnny, you got something for us?
Yeah. Sorry, I started watching
it. He's focused over there.
No, I gotta view it to make sure it's like good. At least it's All right, hold on.
Yeah, Ryan says Oklahoma in 86, 15 were killed. I knew it was the Midwest. I'm actually surprised it was as many as 15. I didn't know it was that many. That is quite a few.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look.
All right, so I guess we're going to head into a reaction video. Johnny had 1 or 2 already picked out, but...
Yeah, let's do this tire thing. I like
as things happen on Beard Therapy, good ideas come and go, and let's capitalize.
Now, there's no commentary of people talking. It's like a song, so I'm just gonna lower the volume. We don't really need to hear it. I mean,
what we need is the guy that was commenting on that match that Helifat posted on the Rogue Tire.
Oh yeah. All right, so
this is the Rogue Tire, right? Oh, good day.
Truck tire.
There's 2 of them, man.
Look at that thing.
Look at that thing.
I'll kill you. Look at that. Oh, smash.
Oh, no. Oh!
The pressure.
Whoa, Johnny, go back. Holy cow, it blew his shirt off.
Yeah. Oh, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Gonna go right between those two peaks.
That was a waste.
No, it's going still. It's going.
But it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna break anything.
Something lives at the bottom of these hills, Johnny.
There's no one inside.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Is there somebody in there?
I don't think so. But
That would be scary.
there should have been.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that okay. No, that's just like a city camera.
Oh, that last one was downhill. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Tires, man. Fucking
Oh,
tires.
tires. No wonder they made a horror movie.
Wee.
This is better than
I did
tomato.
a bounce.
Oh, and it landed on the roof of that.
Oh, shit. That hit a person. Did you see that? Hold up. Bring that back. Look at that. Watch this. Bam. That hit a person. Oh, that person's probably in the hospital.
Oh. It's another day in the forest. Oh. At least he covered up. He tucked up in time. Or else that could have been dangerous. Oh, no, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't.
That is not good.
Where did that even come from? What the?
How do you not hear or see that?
Oh.
That's not a tire swing. That's not the same.
They hit you in the privates. Still funny.
Johnny, go back to that air pressure one. I want to see that one more time. Because I've heard of stories in World War I of like bombs blowing people out of their uniforms. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah,
That literally blew the guy's shirt off.
That is crazy.
awful.
Blew his freaking shirt off.
Wow.
That's good stuff, Johnny. Way to come up with that in 2 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
That was good stuff. Johnny is a video hunter, man. That's a skill. He's a Romeo for the elderly and a good video hunter.
There is let's see. Hold on. This one was kind of jacked up. Yeah, I got to show this one.
I like that you do the pre-reaction reaction.
This one is 30 seconds, but it's pretty good. Has no sound. People walking.
Yeah, no, those people walking. I just have a feeling.
There it comes.
Oh my God! Oh,
That's not even a big one.
And look, it's continuing to go. Somebody stop that tire. Look at him. He stopped the tire.
look at that van! Oh
He's getting the tire like it's gonna like he needs to gain evidence. Like it was this tire, sir. Oh shit!
Whew.
Wow. I mean, it must have hit him and knocked him out because there was not a twitch on him when he fell.
Yeah, he probably he could die. He probably dead. Probably died right there.
Oh, no, there you go. That's uplifting, John.
That's
Get
good.
hit in the back of the head by a rogue tire that was probably full of air.
Yeah.
There's at least 20, 25, 30 pounds of air in there. Man. That's shit.
I just love the term rogue tire, like it actually has a mission.
Yeah,
Like it actually wants vengeance.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there should have been some captions like "shouldn't have bought run flats," and then like "boo," like a sad trumpet or something. I don't know.
You know what's crazy is that like in my car, I noticed when one day I was dropping off my son at school, and I noticed that like 2 of my lug nuts were gone. I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "How the hell did I lose lug nuts and not even notice it?" So I had to run to the store and get lug nuts, and that's why, you probably get a rogue tire from that.
Yeah.
All right, so on therapy, the concept of the rogue tire, Johnny proves it. Mythbusters? Nope, not a myth. It's true.
It's real. You know what's even funnier too is like when people see something like that coming at them, they put their hands up, like they're gonna deflect the tire coming at them full speed. Like it's
Well, the Asian one where the dude was standing outside his door, how do you not see it or hear it? That thing's going bump.
it's on the highway.
It's not a stealth tire,
No,
right?
it's on the highway, so this car's driving by. You're not gonna, like.
I'd like to know how fast they go even after they leave the vehicle. If they pick up speed,
they could.
Force.
It depends if they're like going on a like a downhill or slope. As you see, like they'll either like go straight or they'll veer off to where gravity takes them, and they can end up gaining some speed if they don't run into anything and they keep going.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that come off bouncing. It's like
Man.
Miner's Beard has entered the house.
How's it going, Miners Peoples? Yeah, my voice is a little shot tonight too, Johnny. God dang. You're infecting me all the way from New Jersey.
Yeah. It comes through the internet, through the microphone into your home.
Yeah, Miner's Beard was one of the first companies. I think he reached out and we actually did a product swap. So he's another one that's been a lot of help and chatting with a really good inspiration and chatting with him and also trying his products. His double barrel moonshine is fantastic.
Yeah.
So thanks, Miners.
Johnny has COVID-19. I mean, that's, I was just reading, I was telling the beard therapy chat guys, I was just reading that China is destroying their money because this virus can live more than a week on an unsanitized surface. And they actually don't even know how long it can live. They know it can live at least 9 days on an unsanitized surface based on hospital stuff. And so China is literally destroying its money because it circulates so quickly.
That's crazy.
Because of this virus.
This thing lives on unsanitized for 9 days? That's nuts.
So your wife is right to be armoring up, Johnny.
Yeah, and it's she usually is like the one that is like, if you get it, you won't die. Like you'll be okay. But this one, she's like, yeah, you're gonna die. You get this thing, you could die. You really could die. And she's not like that even with the H1N1 and all that stuff. And she wasn't that like too concerned. So when she gets concerned, then like I get really concerned because that means it's serious.
Well, I got to give it to Helifat because he was concerned from the get-go, and I'm just like, oh, this is media hype, and I would bust his balls, and I would bust your balls too, Johnny, about this kind of stuff. Now I'm starting to see those death toll numbers rise and looking at the percentages of infected versus dead, and
that's it.
It is starting to concern me just a wee bit.
And that's just the numbers that they're telling you. I mean, like, we were saying before, like, there's some TikToks that are like showing people just dead in the street.
Yeah,
they're just laying dead from the virus. And it's a lot more chaotic than I think the news is reporting.
When
you see social media, people who live over there, and it's like it's crazy.
It's when like Chernobyl went up. And the Soviet Union wasn't going to tell anyone until Sweden was like, what the hell is all this radiation?
Oh, wow.
And then they had to tell the world because there was all this fucking radiation going towards Sweden. And Sweden's like, where's this coming from? Russia? Or else they would have covered that whole thing up. And China, is a very secretive government. So the guy from some really big head medical dude from the province that it started in died.
Yeah.
I just read that in the news too.
Because he was I think he worked for a couple of days straight.
Yeah.
And he was just so like run down from, overworking that I think he had a heart attack and died, or he just died. I don't think it was the result from the virus itself. He didn't contract it or anything like that.
Oh, he didn't? I thought he did.
No, he just died because he was overworked. And
Bob says he tried to tell me.
Yeah, they tried to pull a Russia situation where they didn't want to tell anybody, and then they kind of broke containment and spilled out a little further than they would have liked, and they had to go forward with it. That seems to be.
There's like 5 million people left the area before the quarantine. Like it was insane amount of people left. Oh man,
Now Zebra, I was just going to mention this. You said you watched the documentary, but HBO had a little mini series called Chernobyl. That was amazing.
It was about the guy who went back into the radiation zone, and he actually
was actually about the meltdown and the fallout immediately after the meltdown.
Oh.
Like it was an acted series. It was fiction, but it was based off the event and very close to the event. but I was 86, so I would have been 19 then. So I was aware of the news and stuff, and I remember this. But to just go and see exactly what happened and what that amount of radiation did, and how they were literally scrambling in the dark, and how they didn't want to take scientists' advice because it was a very bad scenario because it was the truth. It was riveting. So anyone who has HBO, I highly recommend it. It's only like 3 or 4 episodes. I highly recommend the Chernobyl miniseries that came out last year.
There was it was a documentary where the guy went back to Chernobyl, and because there's spots that the radiation has like dissipated off, so it's safe.
Yeah.
And like he was walking around and he finds like a house, and there's like, a guy and his mom had been living there for years, and it's like where their house is, it's not there's no radiation, but if you go, like he said, if you go like 20 feet in that direction, it's like you're gonna get cancer. It's like,
yeah.
So like, the guy lived there the whole time. I was like, it's crazy just to see that.
Yeah, they had a Russian historian when brought up that documentary. He said it's the most accurate information about that event that's ever been told. So to watch it is to almost know what they went through.
Yeah,
it's as good as you're going to get. It's no one's made anything close to as accurate as that what happened.
And it's so depressing because it's the government misleading its citizenry, and essentially sentencing thousands, if not tens of thousands of them to die before they actually started, getting them out of there finally after a few days.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's sad stuff, but man, is it riveting television. And to think that it would make me think after, probably about a week ago, I started drawing that parallel because, with all, like Johnny was saying, the TikToks, you're getting the real story, and then you're getting the China party line, and somewhere in between there, probably closer to the TikToks is the truth. And that is a little concerning. And this whole, I didn't hear about this 5 million that left before the quarantine.
Yeah. It's a lot of people, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad the numbers here haven't been rising at a rate. It's just been like here a case, there a case,
So what's your post-apocalyptic plan? Like if like the virus hits and like everybody just goes down, they close all borders and they gate up states and stuff like that. Like, what's your plan? Are you ready for something like that? Are you prepared?
Okay. Like 2 things I have to address. Firstly, I have asthma and I gave it to all my kids. Okay. Kelly does not have asthma. So the kids are going with Kelly, and I'm just already going to say I'm a goner, because I just get one whiff of that stuff and my lungs aren't going to be able to handle it. So we're going to have to make some kind of plan, but I'm not that dude. I do not have the cellar or the bunker or anything like that. So here's what I'm hoping, Johnny. We live in the middle of absolute nowhere. And I'm just hoping that due to the fact that we live where no one wants to go, because more people leave this area than come to it, that's what's going to save me.
Okay, yeah. It's like going up north to the cold, where like a lot of people don't really live, or or the mountains, where there's nobody living there. You go where there's no people. Right. Same thing with zombie apocalypse. You go where there's no people, and that's it. Yeah. Hey. You gotta have a plan for all this stuff. So yeah.
I live in Florida, so it's kind of already considered post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't what everyone already probably says about Florida. Yeah, so I don't know if we as a state would still be here.
Yeah.
So you guys would probably win.
I mean, between the rising sea level in the south of the state and everything else, that state is in for some abuse in the future if the coronavirus sets up shop. I like this, Rob. Bullets, tons of bullets, and a lot of separation from people. Okay, so Rob's a smart guy, so I know he doesn't think he can shoot the virus. I'm going to interpret the bullets as meaning if anyone breathes an inch onto his property, they're dead because he's not going to take the risk of infection getting close to him and his. That's my take on that, Rob.
You get one sneeze. After that one sneeze is a warning shot.
Yeah.
And then if you cough, you're done. That's it. You're done.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to Joe's house. He's got asthma. We'll take his stuff.
Come get my inhalers and my nebulizer and all that stuff. No, James, this just in, James. You not with a conventional gun or like, an AR-15, a Desert Eagle, a Glock, if you will. You cannot shoot the virus with those kinds of weapons.
But you can shoot it with Lysol.
Yes, you can. So stock up, baby.
Just start spraying it everywhere.
Have they found anything that is helps with the prevention of the virus? I know they're working on an actual vaccine, but is there anything that actually will benefit people?
They're still wondering. One of the things I read last week was they were wondering if it could actually travel through toilet pipes. So they still don't have a handle on the mode of transmission.
The thing is,
obviously they know sneezing and it's airborne and stuff, but could it also, it lives 10 days on a surface. Could it also get other places too?
Yeah. The thing is, it's a virus, so you can't even take like antibiotics for that.
Right.
There's no answer. You can't. It's like the flu. It's like the same thing with the flu. You can get a flu shot, but you still can get the flu even if you have to take the flu shot.
Yeah.
I got the flu shot and I got a flu and it beat my ass this year.
You know what? I haven't gotten a flu shot in the past 3 years, and I have not gotten the flu at all. So yeah, there you go. The flu shot gives you the flu because it's government testing for viral weaponry.
So I have a couple new phobias after tonight. It's viruses in my toilet and rogue tires.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to look both ways, not for cars, but for the tires that are flying off of the cars.
Yeah.
They're way scarier now.
You gotta keep your hand on the swivel, man.
You just thought you were coming in for 2 hours of beer talk.
I thought this was going to be, it's like a safe zone. And now.
What I want to know, Matt, is you guys at the post office, when you see that package coming in from China, do you do the whole draw straws thing? Short man gets it, and they have to handle the package. Has it gotten that bad in the post office?
Nothing yet. From the information I was told, I heard 2 days not surviving without human contact. So that information might be old. So I think you said 10. And I know that all of the packages that were sent from China and possibly even Korea were being held in customs for a long period of time.
Oh, good.
The also other news is that it was Chinese New Year from, I believe, January 20th or 25th up until February 8th. So there weren't a lot of packages coming from there for that reason.
Right.
So we got a little bit of a lull between when packages actually came over and when coronavirus happened and then when we were receiving packages. But they were kind of in a holding pattern.
That's cool. You actually had an answer to that. That's awesome.
So if you figure if it lives for 8 days, by the time you actually got the package from China, you should be fine.
Yeah, if it takes probably anywhere between, unless you get it express mail. I mean, I order certain shoes from there all the time, and it takes
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's roughly 3 to 4 weeks from purchase to your door. So there's not much to worry about, and that So, and a lot of that stuff does come from Korea, not necessarily China. So, but I'm sure there's still the scare out there of all that.
Mm.
It's not fun.
No.
I'm thinking we got a handle on it. I'm going to be optimistic and say the CDC is doing their job. All the local medical areas.
People are disappearing,
we quarantining people coming back in airports and on boats, and
I'm pretty sure flamethrowers are being used.
Johnny Groom's wife is dressing up in full medical regalia.
Yeah,
it's mask and all that jazz.
Yeah, gloves, mask, goggles, like the hairnet thingy. Yeah, she's full, like she's like she's going into the zone. Like she's going into the freaking quarantine zone. But yeah,
Better safe than sorry. Is that a Wisconsin shirt?
It is.
Okay. I'm noticing. What's that representing?
It's my favorite logo
take
out
the
there.
shirt off. Don't take the shirt off, Joe.
Yeah. Beard Wisconsin. Okay.
And this guy is called the lumber guy. Oh man, there's all kinds of sirens over here. Coronavirus hits Western PA. First case.
So you're repping the state of Wisconsin over there from Pennsylvania.
Just this logo. I'm a real big, like I told you, I'm a big like uniform and geek. I'm a big logo geek. It's one of the reasons why I love the packaging of Biblical. I'm a packaging visual kind of dude.
So who do you guys represent? Johnny, I heard I think Dave mentioned you were from Jersey.
Yeah.
You're in Jersey?
Jersey.
You're a sports guy?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I don't.
No. I see. Is that Game of Thrones in the background too, though?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Johnny's a geek.
Hey, I'm a geeky jock or a jockey nerd, whatever you want to call it. I got a few Funko Pops hanging out in the.
My next room behind this wall is my collection of Transformers and Megazords and Funko Pops, and I got all that back there.
I got a few of those. Yeah, I'm all football jerseys and sports all day, but a little secret nerd on the side.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, me too. And I don't really follow sports like as a kid. I was a addict, but now I just do it kind of peripherally. Except for soccer, I follow English soccer very closely.
Like I know how games are played. I know like some of the rules, and so I can sit down and watch a game. But I just don't have the patience to follow through a season. I tried it a couple times. And I can't. I tried to really delve in and like give myself to the sport of football and baseball and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I just walk away.
So baseball's tough unless you're live.
Yeah, baseball's tough to watch for sure. Hockey, believe it or not, might be the best event to attend.
Hockey live is the shit. Yeah,
you can't go wrong with a hockey game. There really isn't a bad seat in the house.
Yeah.
So that you really nerd out for something that like you're a fanatic of if it's not sports.
Definitely video games.
Which
I do a lot of gaming.
A lot of gaming. So you do like a Twitch or anything like?
I tried the Twitch thing, and I was playing for like 2 people, and but they were really like dedicated 2 people. So it was like, all right, I'll keep keep this going for them. But then I was like, yo guys, I'm gonna go to YouTube because the Twitch thing ain't happening, and I think they have followed me, and I play with them sometimes.
Playing for 2 people.
Yeah, it's great. But you know what? It's weird because Twitch is like that. Like the guy, the Ninja, he was like a pretty big guy. He's got a couple of million people watch him. Yeah. And he was saying how like one day he was playing for 5 hours and there was nobody in the room at all. Like nobody there. And it was because of Twitch's algorithm. So I think that's one of the reasons why he left Twitch and went to Mixer. Yeah.
All right. What game specifically do you like to get into?
Right now, I am really into. It's called the Gods of Boom. It used to be Guns of Boom, but they changed the name. Right now, really mobile games. I haven't really found something on the PS4 that I'm like really diehard into. But really just the mobile games. Like if you ever know about Balloons Tower Defense, it was like. Mobile Legends, Brawl Stars, the Call of Duty for mobile. Yeah, I'm really getting into the mobile games because it's just easier to play and do it.
I'm a Clash Royale fan.
Oh yeah, Clash Royale, yeah.
Clash Royale for probably about 9 years now. So that's a fun one to get into. That's a time killer.
I used to play Clash Royale and I have a ton of cards for it. If I could probably start again really quickly because I remember I spent money on that game too. Oh my god! I spent gems like crazy.
Yeah, there's too many. It's just like a regular video game. I mean, PS4 or even the computer. You have to play it to get good at it. I mean, you got to play it all day, all night. It's not even sometimes playing it that much. Like you said, Twitch, you're playing it for 2 people or no one at all, and it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
You know, just you have to. And if you're not the best at it, it seems like it's a waste of time. But
yeah. Actually, I'm pretty decent at every game I play. Like I'm not really that bad at, I don't know. It's just it's a natural thing for me. Like I get into a game, and even if even if I start playing it and I'm not doing too well, eventually like within the hour or so I'll get the hang of it, and then I'll just like master the game. So I'm pretty good with the games. Yeah.
I don't think I've played my Xbox since they took my NCAA football away.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't played my Xbox since my kids broke it. Yeah. I'm never gonna forget that.
Yeah.
It's in the other room. I just I look at it every now and then, and I'm like, oh man, I used to spend so many hours in that thing.
Yeah, don't worry, they're gonna come out with a new one, and the kids are gonna want that one. So
no, my son wrote. He wants a Switch like really, really badly. He's 5 years old. He's like, I want a Switch. And yeah,
that's basically mobile too, right?
Yeah, you can take it with you. You can take it outside and stuff like that. I like it. I like the concept because you can play with it anywhere. When you get home, you just put it on the dock and you play it on the TV. So it's pretty good.
That works.
Pizza, you have a Switch you don't use? I'll take it.
Who said that? Who's got a Switch? Oh, Pizza Face.
14 for life. Yeah.
That's all kind of fascinating to me because I'm one of those guys that believes that college athletes should make money. I'm not a person that buys into the concept of the student athlete and that, they're doing this for the education and they're getting a free ride because if they get injured, they will be cut as a side of meat as quickly as anything. And these guys, a typical day of theirs doesn't leave room, particularly for football. I can't speak for all the sports, but for like football, basketball, the big money earners, a typical day for them doesn't leave room for them to hold like a job. So where are they going to get outside income, just to eat beyond the meal plan? Because these are grown boys. So I believe that they should be earning money. Like let's say I'm number 24 and I'm a top 3 pick for the Heisman, and 24 shirts are selling like crazy, and I'm not seeing a dime of that money. That's why college athletes don't have their last names on the back of their shirt unless they're retired, unless they're out of college. So the college can rake in all that cash while I'm the one, doing this, and they can get in trouble if they sell. Like if I won, I don't know, Big Ten most valuable player, and I wanted to sell that ring or trophy or whatever, I would get shit for that as well. I just think it's so stacked against the kids.
Yeah, I do. It's a fine line, I think, for sure. I would agree that they need to at least be able to make money off their likeness, or for instance, even have a YouTube channel that they make money off of that people donate to. If they're going to, I don't know, like talk about video games, and because they're a quarterback that people will watch and give money to, that they're not even allowed to do that either.
Yeah,
which really? They can. I think there was a University of maybe California or somebody. He had his own YouTube channel, and they made him take it down because he was making money from it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, which is, it's one thing to not get any money off jersey sales, but when you can't even go and make money.
You know how hard it is to get a monetized YouTube channel? Jesus Christ. It's so hard.
And the NCAA is so strict. There's all these horror stories about athletes that would go on to the pros literally going hungry because even their coach can't take them out for a meal if he wanted to, because that would be considered a violation to the NCAA. Just doing a basic human kindness like that. It's so stacked against these kids. Now, I understand there are a lot of other sports that don't make money for the schools where the kids can probably balance that athletic and academic responsibility a little bit better. But when you're talking about a $3 billion, which I think was the last contract signed, and let's not forget the NCAA is a nonprofit organization. When you're talking about a $3 billion TV contract just for March Madness, these universities are making money hand over fist just through their sports. And you look at like the top 20, you look at a lot of these Southern schools that are always in the top 10 of football, man, their facilities are like Vegas hotels, man. They are amazing. And I'm not saying they don't earn them. They don't deserve it. But how about giving some of those kids a little bit of something, just survival money? I don't want to make them rich, but let them go buy a shirt or two or something.
Yeah, they should get like an allowance. Not allowance, but like a something,
like a stipend.
Yeah.
They get I think they get small stipends and I mean food per diems and all the free gear they could ever ask for.
So they get some stuff.
I mean, they're clothed and fed. There's smoothie bars in the athletic facilities that I'm not sure they're paying for. But then the NCAA will regulate the fact that the team is not allowed to supply them with cream cheese for their bagels, only butter and jelly or something. And that was the real thing. They just allowed schools to provide extra condiments for toast.
Yeah.
So it's, no system is perfect. And when, they're revamping the transfer rules, I think they're allowing kids to transfer now, or they're speaking about letting them transfer without sitting out.
Without burning that year?
Yeah, without a waiver. So I know some kids could get a waiver for a certain reason, but now they're allowing just to transfer, period, which is going to change the game even more. So it's going to keep evolving, and I'm going to get my video game back. I think that's going to work.
I wonder, how they decide, butter, jelly, okay, but no cream cheese. How does that,
yeah. Caffeine is a performance-enhancing drug in the NCAA.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, I think over coffee is fine, but I think it's 600 milligrams is the most you're allowed to have during a day of a game or something like that. So a trip to Starbucks with an extra shot could get you suspended. So it's just some of the rules are really, really silly. And they need to be audited for sure on what they do, and there needs to be a conversation on a lot of the items. But I think they'll get there eventually.
All right. Nothing really going on the chat right now.
Schmear.
Beard of Motivation hopped in. Dave, if you're still in here, good to see you. Our resident barber, he's actually from Florida as well, near the Orlando area. Which Major League Baseball scandal, Pete? So the recent one with the sign stealing, or are we going back to the 90s with performance-enhancing drugs and everyone hitting 50 home runs when no one could for a while? Which one are we talking about?
What's a big one with that Schmear?
I'm trying, man. Just shooting blanks tonight. Hey, they can't always be, you can't always have what you need to say when you need to say it, James. That's all I know.
Even Michael Jordan missed a few game winners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Astros. Now, I don't follow baseball anymore, Pizza Face, other than keeping an eye on the standings here and there. But I do know about that scandal. But I don't know all the, the Patriots have had their share of scandals, and I don't know. Anyone wants to talk about the MLB scandal with the Astros and the sign stealing? Feel free.
They stole signs? Let's see.
Yeah. Who wants a bagel without Schmear? Indeed.
Boy, they were using a very intricate system. They actually had a representative in the outfield filming the catcher's signals, relaying them to someone in the dugout who was banging a trash can.
Yeah.
Based off of the type of pitch that was going to be thrown. And this was happening all the way through the playoffs and the World Series to where it definitely affected the outcome.
Okay, so a couple of comments here.
Number
one, I love that the idea starts with something highly technological like HD video and ends with fucking like Morse code. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something went wrong in that. But how, if it's a World Series, isn't there 6 umps in a World Series or something like that? I know they double them up 6, 7. How can you not hear constant bangs of a trash can for X amount of games and go, what the hell is going on? That's not a sound you hear at a ball game.
Yeah, I think it was Jose Altuve also had one of the big issues was that he had some sort of apparatus in his jersey that was giving him like electric shocks too. So he solved the trash can banging, upgraded to electric shocks inside the uniform to where that was the signal. It got really intricate.
So it's like a Tim's device or whatever you call those things you can wear on your back and gives you electrical pulses to take care of muscle and back problems and things. I think it's called a Tim's or a Tim's device.
Yeah.
Oh,
James is right. They the walk-off home run, they on his way to the home plate, he wouldn't allow his teammates to tear off his jersey. Specifically didn't want them taking it off. So there's a lot of suspicion about, well, that's why he had an apparatus inside his jersey.
When you said sign stealing, I thought you meant like signs, like actual signs. It took me a second to like. I was like, all right, man. Like, yeah, like all those.
Yeah, you got to strip them. You got to strip them of the title. But then, I mean, okay, so I guess you just have a year where no one won the World Series. You can't just default give it to the other team. It's kind of like Maris's 61 home runs because he played 8 more games than Ruth, right? It's got to have that asterisk. But I mean,
it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix.
Go ahead.
Just play one more game. That's it. You
know?
Have
a reunion, bring them all back, and see what happens.
Play one more game. You know, and they wear like like wife beaters and stuff, so you can't see if they have any devices. And fucking play to the damn game, and that's it. Whoever wins, that's the champ.
One piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, get a onesie. Yeah, wear a onesie. Yeah.
So we're gonna have pat downs at home plate now, like UFC fighters, making sure their gloves are padded.
The little wand, they'll open up the cell phone. If the cell phone starts to get some feedback, then they know they got some electronic devices on them.
As I tell my kids, when
fix. I don't know.
Applies. A society is only as good as its weakest member. You feel that urge to win, you're gonna cheat. Whether you're McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, and all the rest 20 years ago, or whether you're the Astros a year or two ago, you're gonna cheat. Whether you're Gaylord Perry with the gunk on his cap throwing the spitballs, you're gonna cheat. It happens in all the sports all the time to some degree.
I don't know. I think it's an easy fix, and that's it. I'm just some prick. I came up with that like that. These people are, they're professionals. Even they can't figure this out.
Okay, I'm instituting right now because our coins have sort of disappeared. I'm instituting right now quote of the night, whether it's in the chat or said by us live, and Johnny gets it for this week. I'm just a prick. Johnny gets quote of the night with "I'm just a prick." All right. I got to keep these because maybe in like 8 to 10 weeks we can post all the quotes at once or something. Oh shoot!
You get bonus points for being genuine too, Johnny.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
And we could.
I never claim to be anything that I'm not.
Johnny, we could give coins for people who could remember a certain amount of quotes too. By the way, guys, we used to give invisible coins that Johnny was going to think of something for them if you earned a certain amount, and Johnny was, to my knowledge,
still thinking about it,
keeping a list of who won these coins.
Yes.
I think that list is hanging out with my bar of soap, however, because I haven't heard about these damn coins for a long, long time.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's like coin worthy in a while,
We've had some great comments though.
We did have, yeah, we did. I did, but you know what? I didn't think of the coin. I was probably having such a good time that I probably didn't think of the coin.
Yeah,
the coin thing. So,
see, the coin was a great idea. We just didn't follow through. Like, I think once we hit that break where I got sick, we haven't really come back since then with the coins. Johnny, you still holding out on the soap man, says James. King procrastinator. Now I don't even want it. I just love the ball busting.
Yeah, he don't want it now. Ask him for his address again. He told.
I wouldn't give him the address.
Joe texts me like just as much, almost maybe just as much as my wife does. So like to find his address, I have to scroll back like months and months of chat, and I'm just not gonna. I'm not up for that. I just don't want to do that right now.
Oh, that's right, baby. Matt, your mustache and beard are killer, says Ryan C.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you, Ryan. Ryan, I think I actually just got a box set for me like a few days ago. So, yeah, appreciate it. Like to see what his looks like after using my stuff, too. That's it's always good to hear kind of some individual reviews on what people like, too. I know that it's been well received as far as like in beard. I know that you said that a couple of the scents only lasted 2 to 4 hours. That I'd like to improve for sure.
What's your favorite scent profile as a maker?
Ooh,
have you found it yet?
Yeah. In all truthfulness, I think my favorite scent so far is the first one I ever made. It was coffee, Cuban tobacco, and vanilla. I'm a big coffee fan, and I didn't really see like enough coffee beard oil, so that was the first one I made, and that's the one I ended up really liking the most. So I'm still trying to top that one and come up with a few good ones, but that's still my favorite.
Cool.
Bearded Chef is in the building. I guess he's not chefing anymore. He was able to sneak in here. So glad to have him here. Chef and Matt are buddies. They live close by and have met. And Matt referenced Chef earlier tonight. We are we're going to have, but you talked about seeing how Ryan C looks with your beard oil on. We are going to have James Pershing on here. We are going to have Zebra and Mech on here, and we are going to have Ryan C on here. All of these guys, are going to be on here in the upcoming month to 2 months in the near future. And pretty much after Matt and a couple more, the owners have. I don't have any other owners on the list, and we may just kind of do more fly by the seat of our pants format, Johnny. I don't know what you think.
Yeah.
Just whoever comes on, free for all. We have an owner come on. Maybe Matt can revisit us down the road when he gets some other new scents out there. I like having return owners. We haven't had one yet. I guess Hanyaker was kind of a return owner last night.
Yeah.
But that wasn't supposed to be a beard therapy.
No, that wasn't.
Disappointed we didn't get a crotch shot tonight. No, look, this is not going to be a staple, gentlemen. All right.
I mean, we got 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
And we got 15 minutes, and you still aren't getting a crotch shot. However, if you hit me up on Venmo, and we can talk over DMs.
There you go. Crotch shot with clothes on, $5.
I've got the price listing.
Full Monty, 30.
Time-lapse photography of beard butter in my pubic patch, 25.
Whoa.
The beard oil drizzled down the pipe. $45.
You got to save that for last. You know what I mean?
Like I say, man, I'm 52, and I just do not give a you-know-what anymore, baby.
That's top tier. That's top tier content right there.
Yeah.
And no freebies. Look, I buy all my own beard products, but you are going to pay for that.
Yeah.
You are paying for that right there. You don't get no freebies. Not even the first taste. The taste was the crotch shot. Now, you want to hit that vein? You give me some of the green.
Yeah. Beard butter tea bagging. $50.
Who is the target? Yeah, because I think I'd have to pay the
No,
target.
you straddle over the beard butter and you just do a little dip, you know?
Dunk.
Yeah.
Like a donut, just dunk them in there.
Yeah.
I actually tried to stamp.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna be like, I actually tried that.
The beard butter itself with my logo. So I don't know how that would go over.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of indentation they would make, but you give it a shot. They'd be smooth.
A super soft, airy whipped butter for it to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, very super soft.
Yeah, I think they'd be smooth when you were done too.
I would have the smoothest balls in Pennsylvania. Whatever that gets me.
Hey, they're call Guinness up.
Get the area smelling nice, you know.
It's funny you said that teabagging thing, Johnny. At my school many moons ago, our biggest rival is a big Catholic school, and they got into the paper for hazing because a couple upperclassmen held down a freshman on the football team and teabagged him. Okay, but now that they're considered one of our biggest rivals, and even to this day, they have a hockey team, and our kids will just throw tea bags out on the ice and stuff like that. That stuff just doesn't go away.
No,
and once it gets out, I mean, because older brothers and sisters are telling this tale, so the younger generations never forget about it, or that you get something like that going, that's going to stay for a while, like the coronavirus.
Yeah. Yeah, every school needs tradition, Yeah.
That's a great line, Matt. That's a runner-up.
Every school needs tradition.
Yeah. You have Script Ohio, tea bags, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Oh, dearie me.
We gotta get you a fans only page now, Joe. The premium Snapchat.
Yeah, the only fans.
What is the podcast thing you could do? Patreon? You got to give me a Patreon.
Yeah, I have a Patreon. I haven't put anything on it though, but I haven't.
Well, it would appear that ball sack and butter might be your first go-to.
Oh no! Oh my god! Heavens no, not me.
Heavens no! Like you're beyond that. You're talking about being a serial killer bus driver, but you're not getting balls into some butter.
Yeah, it's different. You're strangling someone to death. No,
Johnny, you've secretly come up with about 3 or 4 T-shirt ideas on this live stream alone.
Oh yeah, I can come up. T-shirt ideas like a madman. Yeah, I'm all day with it.
Yeah, just putting pen to paper, or
and you know what it is too. Like beard companies also. I come up with concepts for beard companies all the time. And I shared one, and I was advised to go with it. Like, you should do that. You should definitely do that. And this is from an owner. And I was like, I'm not that kind of. I'm the idea guy. Like, I would come up with all these ideas and everything like that, but to actually do it. I don't know if I can.
I remember that concept. I remember you talking about that. Yeah. I'm the same way, Matt. I want to make all the sense, but I have no interest in selling them or mailing them. I just want to make good smelling.
Yeah, I don't want to go through all that either with the labeling and running to the post office and fulfillment and all that.
That's kind of what I ran in.
Almost.
Good catch. Good catch.
That shirt almost is worth more now.
Yeah. Drunk in Wisconsin.
That was kind of my issue is you want to create sense that everyone likes and everybody likes something. Like the coffee and Cuban tobacco is my favorite, and it seems to be one of the more popular ones that people have tried. Mm-hmm. But then if you're not a coffee fan, you hate it. You don't like the coffee, so you end up trying something else. Right. And every one that I've created, I like. And I wear and I'll use. And it's tough to create a scent that maybe I don't like, but then can have the forecast to think other people will like it. So if other beard companies also go through that as well.
Yeah.
I would like to know that if that's something that they do. If they create things that maybe they don't like themselves.
I have heard, because I've talked actually to a couple owners about this, that there are certain profiles that certain owners won't work with just because they don't like it and they don't feel that they can make a good scent with it because they're a pretty poor judge if they already don't like like you said, coffee. If I were a maker, I would be hard pressed to make a good coffee scent because I do not drink coffee at all. And I only barely like the smell of it. I've smelled 2 or 3 coffee scents that I'm like, I would wear this, but I've smelled like 8, 9 total where I'm like, it's just too coffee for me. So I could not make a coffee or a pine. I don't like pine either. I couldn't make a pine scent because I just am so biased against that smell.
Okay. I'm actually allergic to Christmas trees, so I have had issues using cypress, pine, and then fir in my oils. It's not that I don't like the smell of them or would use them in my beard oils. It's that I do get a little bit of irritation when I test them. So that's an issue, but I do like the smell.
Okay.
So, and I know that other essential oils will do that to other people as well. I think Dan C. Beard had mentioned he was allergic to lavender essential oil, so he would have to he can't use lavender essentials.
Oh wow,
which is weird because I think at least one of his collabs had lavender in it.
It might be a fragrance.
Could be a fragrance,
yeah. So it's tough. I'm having an issue with oud. I'm not really I know that's one of the more popular scents.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a fantastic judge of oud yet and what to mix it with. So
I was into the oud for a while, but then I kind of backed off from the oud. I have so many oud scents now. It's I think about when I make a purchase, I don't even know what to order anymore.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do things that other companies aren't making. Try and combining some crazy scents as opposed to going with the norm, just trying to be different. And so far, you don't like food scents that much, and then you like the cinnamon toast crunch. I found myself making a lot of food oriented combinations.
Yeah,
I think I'm moving towards that because I really I became a fan of the seasonal Christmas scents that are chocolate peppermint scented. What was it? The Drunken Santa, Mehikaliki Maha from Jolly Old Fat Man. They're really good, chocolate pepperminty, nice food scents. So I think maybe that's. And I just got the chocolate frappe from Debonair, and it smells great. It smells delicious. So I think foods. I think I just discovered it now that if I'm gonna buy fragrances and stuff like that, beard products, that I'm gonna buy food scented ones because I think that's what I'm gearing towards now. Because I have a shit ton of tobacco ones. I got the bourbons and all that other stuff, the patchoulis, and I got oud out the wazoo. So I think food scents are what's gonna be in it for me. Yeah.
Did you see that chat question Ryan asked you, Matt?
Okay, yeah. So to go over he wants me to go over the different scents. Gosh, I think I have probably about 12 or 13. I know that I have the coffee, Cuban tobacco, and vanilla. I do have what I call Exodus, which is a smoked orange, a toasted marshmallow. I have the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. One of the ones I actually like is it's a lemon pound cake and lavender, and that is an essential oil in that.
Lemon pound cake.
Yeah, it's not as a citrusy of lemon, but it's kind of like a cake, very mellow lemon with the vanilla with the lavender.
Yeah, I was thinking vanilla. Yeah, oh cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more soothing of a scent than it is citrusy or
right.
Yeah, sweet. It's not really sweet. I have a chocolate chip cookie dough fragrance. It's really good. It's actually woke me up in the middle of the night. Thought somebody was baking cookies. It's actually really good.
Okay.
He's right down.
Yeah. I think I told you about the blueberry, lemon drop, and bourbon.
Yeah, that one sounds really interesting to me.
Chocolate chip cookie.
I created one that was kind of like an ode to my favorite football team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I came up with a Blitz Buckeye, which is it's a peanut butter cup and whiskey So it's kind of like the Screwball whiskey. So it's like a peanut butter whiskey.
I love that whiskey.
Amazing.
I love that shit. Oh my god, for real.
So it's kind of like a Reese's peanut butter cup and a whiskey kind of drink. It was a take on an old fashioned I had. There's actually a little bit of coffee in that as well. The Satsuma and Asian sandalwood. I gotta look at my scents.
I always get that damn.
I gotta look at your scents too.
Samsara, but it's Satsuma.
Jesus, I gotta look at these scents too.
Now you sent me what you said you had made another customer or two, or that you were playing with. It was that cedar. It was kind of cologne-ish, but it was cedar and something else.
Yeah, I did a cedar wood. I think it was frankincense. I may have put some oud in there, and but
that's not a regular scent that you've been producing.
No, I wanted a cedar wood.
Okay.
It was something I wanted to have in the lineup, and I just didn't. I didn't follow through with it. I tried a couple different things. I'll probably come back to it, but cedar wood just seemed to kind of overwhelm.
Yeah.
But let's see. I think it was an ancient incense. Was essentially a frankincense,
right.
fragrance oil as opposed to essential oil.
Right.
I know that I think Jay got a Fruit Loops frosted cupcake and a oatmeal milk and honey fragrance. So it's kind of like a more mellow Fruit Loops. I'll probably drop like a cereal box set here soon.
That's a great idea, actually. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, so I think I'll do an Apple Jacks cereal.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
So those are the popular ones. Man, I hate to go over too many, but yeah, I did a grapefruit, orange, ginger, and champagne. So it's like a sparkly citrus.
That's an interesting one too.
I did a take on Gasparilla here in Tampa. We have like a drunken pirate festival. So I did a bay rum and black coconut with a pipe tobacco in that.
I remember asking you about that one because I'd never seen the black coconut before.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was a lot bolder. It's a little spicier. It wasn't it wasn't as sweet. So it was like a candy coconut. It was like a real bold coconut. It was darker.
So all these scents, like these are live, like active scents that you offer, right? Or
yeah, these are all live. These are ones I offer. These are ones that are I think are going to stick. I did a cologne version that I'll sell, but it's probably when I drop the website, I won't have on there. I didn't want to. I got really creative in the beginning, just with making all of them, and so.
Ryan C has it in tonight. That black coconut.
Yeah, that's the one. He's the one he picked that out recently, so he liked it. He said he didn't like sweet, so I know I like that one. I came up with a Moroccan mint and a key lime pie with also a little bit of champagne in that one as well. So it's kind of like a Moroccan mojito scent. It's food and drink. It's a food and drink.
Yeah, I'm like every time you come up with saying a fragrance, I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
I want to try that. See, like now I'm into these food things now. That's it.
And the thing is, Johnny, it's gonna look great on the shelf. You'll get the tubes. Obviously, if you get the oil, you're gonna get the tubes. So attractive packaging out there. You'll get to figure out how to keep your wax seal intact, unlike Dopey over here.
I think I'm gonna no, if I heat it up and it'd be pliable, I don't want it to be. Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yeah,
I think you can kind of get. So they're holding pretty strong. I haven't had anyone like fall off yet or break or anything, but you could get underneath it with a knife and just maybe pop it off. It's kind of like that too. I don't think I've ever really tried it myself.
There is a because I used to vape, right, and there was a company that had a wax seal in every bottle. And I was like, oh, cool. That's pretty awesome. And I didn't know, like, when I went to go open it, that the wax seal was plastic. It wasn't real wax seal. And it was just like so when you pull the top off, the whole wax seal and everything came out. I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah. That's why I was like, I wonder if that, is that. But no, it's real wax seal. So, all right.
Yeah, they sell those, too. They can get them custom made, and they'll sell them. You can just, like, stick them on. But, yeah, I actually hand drip the wax and do the stamp. It's it's a hand customized. So
like
a lot of the wax stamps aren't all perfect.
And that's what I love about it. You can
that's
tell
the personal touch right there.
Yeah. And you got that ornate bee in there. It's really cool stuff, man. Really cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have anywhere on your Instagram like a menu or a list of your scents?
I've been recently just dropping the names of the scents that I know are going to stick, that have been really popular. I wanted to kind of initially was just kind of dropping teasers before I dropped the website, but Joe kind of ruined it. And then I just kind of went with it. And so I do want to come out with a menu, especially with all the colored seals as well, so that when you get your oils or your balms or your butters, you know what each seal is based off. I know Broke Ass does that with numbers, which is brilliant too. And it's I didn't know which scents were going to be great. That's why I got a generic label, and it just kind of stuck with the wax seal. So I'll probably stick with that. But I do want to either put names on them or definitely have super specific wax seals that coincide with a menu.
Yeah. I would not. You're short selling yourself with it. I get what you're saying with the generic label, but that's one of the prettiest generic labels I've seen in any kind of product. I get it's like but I like that there's a ton of pretty in the label, and then we get the wax seal on top as kind of like the marker of what this scent is based on the color. At least right now, that's how you're doing things. So.
Yeah, and I didn't really think that far ahead either, as that, if you get a mint beard oil, it's obviously your seal is going to be green or whatever I choose for that one. And then I didn't think that you might buy 2 or 3 more where you're going to have to distinguish the colors of all of my oils, not just one. So I didn't think about that it would be that popular. So.
Well, that's, as they say, that's a good problem to have, And I think on that, we're going to shut it down tonight as we are at 10:30. I want to thank Matt from Bay Area Beard Co. in Florida. You've heard a couple people talk about his stuff. I have tried his stuff, and I like it as well. Give him a holler via DM and Instagram if you want to give him a try. It sounds like the website is coming, but it's not quite there yet. Real quickly, because I very rarely try and be self-serving, but I'm going to be selfish here. I have a new series of film analysis starting up on my channel called Film Bits. If you are into film and you like to hear it be broken down and looked at, I'm doing films in 5 to 10 minute segments. I'll do the whole film. Right now I'm doing No Country for Old Men. These are all films that I can't teach in my film class. So that's I'm having a lot of fun with that. And I hope to be doing
parents don't like the air guns to the head. Come on.
I don't know.
Yeah, they gotta learn to live a little.
Johnny, you got. Hey, this is part of my horrible December. Johnny, you got anything you want to say?
No, I don't want to say anything of what I'm coming up with soon, because I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got a few things coming, a few different kind of videos coming, and of course your regular product reviews and everything. I think Bearded Pup is next for my review that is coming up, but everything else I'm gonna keep a little lock and key on.
And
Matt, anything you'd like to say to the audience before we get out of here?
Not really. Just thank you everybody for your support so far. It's I can't thank everybody enough. Joe, Johnny, for having me on. I've been looking forward to it for a couple of months now. This is my first live stream. Hopefully you guys have me back. And everybody on the chat, I know that's purchased my products or supported me even without purchasing. I really appreciate the conversation and just being a part of the community. I can't thank everyone enough.
That's a great note to close on. One quick question. Ryan says, are the prices still the same as you told him about a week ago?
Yeah, nothing's changed. I'm still doing $25 box sets or $35 if you want butter. So,
so Did you say it was beer, 2 oils, or oil balm for the 25?
Yeah, you can do 2 oils if you're not a balm person. I know that kind of seems to be the trend. Or 35 if you want to oil and a butter.
There you go.
35 for oil and butter.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, 25, I mean that's $12.50. That's great.
Yeah,
that's
you get
great.
That, you get them in the box set with a comb, a couple stickers, and shipping.
I am definitely going after.
Right, and free shipping too.
Yeah,
that
so
fresh, fresh baked chocolate chip. I want that. I gotta order that.
Yeah, that's check out the stamp on that one. I actually kind of designed that to look like an actual cookie. So
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, take a look at that on.
I mean, now I'm gonna want to open it now.
No, you'll on the stamp itself. You'll get on the bottle. You'll get it looks like a cookie. So.
You know what I'm thinking I'm doing now? No, instead of to preserve that wax seal 100%, I'm just gonna take my X-Acto knife and cut the bottom up and let the oil fall out,
drop out,
and then just like that.
Trap door.
Yeah,
it's got a little paper thing on top. I think you could push that paper in and out, and it's like kind of a circle thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know those. Yeah, I know how those paper tubes work.
Yeah, you can do that too.
See, Joe, you got to
be
patient.
all your good ideas.
You got to be patient.
Screw them all. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping and hanging with us the 2 hours. You had back-to-back therapies this week. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next Wednesday night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.